Tom's greatest sin, living.
Damn it, it's true. The fucking ghost. Fuck.
It's okay, we have the tungsten cube now. We'll be fine. Okay.
Okay. Tungsten cube. I need the tungsten cube. I need the smudge stick. Need a tungsten. Just
Wait.
like.
Why are you bragging about the tungsten cube when we have
Okay.
the fucking ability to make the Pop-Tart cube, which is superior?
When I'm going to Amazon right now and searching for tungsten foil. Jesus, that's expensive. Oh shit. Holy fuck.
Okay. So, we have come to a crossroads in the woods. Hey, Bob, you just chilling? You just chilling, bud?
Hold on a second.
Okay. So,
There we go. Alright, I'll catch you guys later.
Hi, Bob.
see you.
Bob, you're beautiful.
Love you, buddy.
Beautiful. It's true.
God, he made the most horrific fucking yelp when he disconnected there. It did. I don't think it got picked up on the mic, but I just want.
It didn't.
Okay.
But like I could feel that there was like you didn't make any noise either, but I could feel like just somehow I knew you were frightened.
Okay. So we come to a crossroads in the woods. We can either go after the three lesser tinkers. We can go after Timekeeper, Maleficus Trigor, and Glaucoma in the hub, or we could make a trip down to Front Street and try and grab Inventor.
Of these, I would very much like to go for the hub, and this is a lot to ask of you, Chris, I feel, but I desperately want to see Glaucoma's reaction to Quake literally coming back from hell to kidnap him again. I've been looking forward to this shit for a week, and if you're feeling up to it, I would love to go after the three.
Don't we have to bring Charlie in to counterplay this?
That's actually a good point. Do we want to get Seth in
Hold
here
on.
as a counterplay?
He's playing D&D.
So
Okay,
here's what's going to be recommended. You guys are back in the power plant. You see, the Scourgeon has created a dimensional rift by using one of the tunnel worms. He's just had it in a perpetual state of teleport and is just reviving it every second it dies. And he's just punched a dimensional hole into the lagoon.
Oop, sorry, I'll be back in a sec.
You in here, Mr. Crab? Or excuse me, Dr. Crab?
I like to think that Dredger says, "Alright, go kidnap Glaucoma," and Quake's like, "Who? The radioactive skeleton. Who? The
Not
guy?
ringing a bell.
No idea who you are."
Hello, new person. Never met. But yeah, the second you guys express interest in going to the hub, Dr. Crab is going to perk up and go, "There's a new creature that may assist you in this endeavor." And it like reaches down its little claws into the lagoon's water, pulls out like it looks like almost like a distortion in the air as it shows you a picture of like this. It looks like a bird that's painted on the air, just this giant crow. This is the Nevermore. As long as it's on you, you should be cloaked from prying eyes. Should provide cover.
I have a lot of things that are defenses against that.
Dredger will immediately jump forward and offer to take this on as a back tattoo.
Alright, each Nevermore costs 300 critter points. Do you guys want to commit to that? You can buy 2 and still have 3,000 points.
Does Quake need one?
Quake does not need one. Gallant, anyone who doesn't have a Nullify would though. So like, Gallant might need one.
Could I technically just become immune to being seen? I guess I would have to encounter Charlie for that, though.
Yeah, he would have to see you first, which would be a problem.
I guess for now I need one.
Yeah.
So I'll purchase one then.
You've become immune to being seen.
Wait. How important is this for Dredger to have, considering Charlie already can't farsight him?
It depends on how safe you want to be. It's literally just a little cloaky guy.
I'm not taking it because I do have 10 hard dice endlessly in stealth. Then I also alter my form, and then if he does see me even with that, he has to make a trauma check.
Dredger will gladly take one, but as he allows it to be placed on his back, he will ask, out of curiosity, what bird is this?
Raven, isn't it, or a crow?
Quoth the raven nevermore.
Very well. What differentiates this being from a Slura?
That's a good question. This thing is more of like this thing's more a living nightmare than an actual creature.
Yes, that's not... Dredger will turn into the lagoon and see if it knows what a Slura is.
It doesn't recognize the name. It doesn't really recognize any names.
I don't know what that is either.
So, like, you know, like...
You're not supposed to say to people.
Yeah.
You know, like Slura,
What are you saying to me? Stop insulting my family in German. Jesus Christ.
He's having a
Tom.
stroke.
those are like the various pronunciations of the term that I'm aware of.
Just
you know
describe
how many
the shape of the thing.
relentless, unquiet dead of Scottish and Irish mythology, they appear either as a bird or a twisted human form screaming through the night in basically a ghost tornado.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
That doesn't sound anything like a fucking raven.
Yeah, but it's never specific what kind of bird it
The
is.
second Dredger says that, he has a flashback to the weird raven humanoid living graffiti they encountered a few months ago. A few weeks ago.
Or thinks rather carefully and then says, perhaps it's best not to ask at this moment.
Alright. So you guys have 2 Nevermore. These things will grant pretty much, as long as they're perched or painted on you, they will grant immunity to hypersense. So as long as you keep a low profile, you should blend in pretty seamlessly. You just do not...
I mean, I could just kill Charlie. That way you don't have to worry. Quake will say that.
Dredger says that is an option, but given what we saw him do as we left the flotilla and left their group, we are rather concerned that we might not be able to or would not survive the experience.
Omega's just gonna like perk up and say, I can survive anything once. And then just go back to his nap.
Okay, thank you for seeing what he does, because I've kind of been imagining him always sitting there reading a magazine for some reason.
Most of the time, if he's like not doing something, he's either sleeping or just not there. And the times that he's not there, he comes back covered in blood.
That, you know what, that's fair.
So
We
also
stopped asking
this
questions.
this time when he came back before that other mission, there's a lot of scared people just kind of hanging out, surrounded by wolves in the wolf den that nobody has done anything with. As a quick side note,
I bet that Omega and the Waterlogged are going to be friends. They got a similar style, is what I'm hearing.
yeah, he's definitely not put off by their little statues that they make.
Hell yeah. The system works.
Yeah, as a low-key side thing though, like out of character too, we do actually, like, Omega did go on a couple like runs by himself before I actually brought him into the game to like collect stuff. So there is, what was it, Sam? How many people?
Flotilla refugees, about 30 people.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We have like 30 actual human, quote unquote.
All right, well, let's figure out
bodies to throw at.
let's figure out what we're gonna do with them real quick. What do you do with people?
Well, the first thing that we as Evil Squad can do is me and Sam gave me like an update on some of the characters, because obviously I don't know who most of the guys you guys have met outside of V1 are. And one of the things we were talking about is Time Winder's limitation.
Timekeeper.
Timekeeper.
Keeper. Right, the clock is a wind-up clock, but his name is Timekeeper. Sorry, Sam.
No worries.
Timekeeper's limitation is that you actually have to pay with like real people's lives, which is a downside for good guys because they don't want to die and they also don't want to sacrifice people. But
This will actually be, like, if we offer people that we have captured, that will actually be significantly less fucked up than the last person Dredger offered to Timekeeper.
yeah, I'm just saying it makes sense.
It does.
That was like the most evil moment I think we've ever had.
It was the worst thing. Like, Dredger was still Avery, and it was still so much worse than anything Dredger has done.
To give context, they pulled the immortal soul of a friend out of hell, and then just fucking chaos dunked his immortal soul into the clock, destroying him forever.
It's pretty metal. Are you?
Why don't we have
bad guy?
Why don't we have Omega collect Inventor then?
Who's Inventor again?
Inventor is the
world's biggest simp for Elon Musk.
I remember who he is. I just don't know where he was because
he's in
Front Street.
I also
Front Street.
Quite dislike Inventor. Not because of anything he does. He's also to have around, but because his name is Tom.
I forgot I did that to make you like him less.
Damn it, if I just kept my mouth shut, we wouldn't have to... Fuck! Shit!
Fuck.
When you say, when you tell him to go collect Inventor, and then he asks, like, where he is in character interaction, if Quake goes, hey,
yeah. I mean, I don't think Quake would know. Only Tom would know.
Yeah.
I mean, Dredger
somebody, he'll ask, so he'll be like, where is this Inventor? And then somebody says Front Street. Omega's immediate response is just, no, I don't go to Front Street. There's no fighting on Front Street.
Dredger nods wisely and then says, yeah, it's not the best place we're aware of.
But he's pretty much down for anywhere else, but if it's Front Street, he's not going ever.
Oh, if you...
Omega has made one of the smartest decisions I've ever seen someone make. Okay.
Dredger will say that Quake absolutely needs to take Glaucoma. Just, it'll probably be easy.
Who?
Put the...
Who's Glaucoma?
We were told that there was a skeleton you sold into slavery.
Oh, that guy!
Yes, we recommend that you be the one who captures him, since in his fear it'll likely be easier to stop him, since well, it's quite difficult to argue that you haven't just come back from hell.
Where was Timekeeper?
He's also in the hub.
I don't think Timekeeper is going to be that hard. I think you just pay for his services, don't you?
Do you guys have
Yeah,
money?
but we don't want to pay him. We don't have money. We have critter points. We can pay him in the grotesque we can create.
Does anyone have a knockout then?
He's never going to give it to you.
I reckon that Dredger should go for Timekeeper, since they've worked together before, they've had conversations before, and Dredger is probably the closest to Mammon Gray here and could offer more fucked up stuff. And then Dredger will say to... Wait, Alex, do you want Gallant in on this?
Gallant's going to go wherever you go. Omega's probably not going to be in this session. I just wanted to use him last session. Me and Sam had talked about getting a trial combat in.
Okay.
So I brought him in for last session. He was originally supposed to fight the 3 Goliaths, but we kind of got past that part before I felt like it was a good spot for him to come in.
Okay.
For this time, I think if we're going to Hub, that was where we said Inventor and Glaucoma both are, or was that Maleficus Trigor?
Maleficus Trigor is also in the hub.
Timekeeper, Glaucoma. Skeleton, Demon, Old Man, who is very young.
And Inventor was on Front Street.
Yes.
considering that Quake left the grand opening, when exactly is this? Like, is the grand opening still happening in the hub?
Yes.
Okay,
It's been going for
so
less than an hour.
we have known Quake for 45 minutes, is what you're saying.
Pretty much.
That fucking.
I mean, you did hear a lot about like the fucked up shit Quake did, so I guess like yeah.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! I thought it had been in like a couple hours.
In 45 minutes, Quake has already increased her position to not dying instantly when she dies.
Omega is going to just kind of start loping in his wolf form towards the exit and just say, I'm going to go collect more people.
Very well.
Leaves to go do whatever he does in his free time, since he's not going to be very helpful and he can't go get Inventor by himself because he won't go there.
Enter calls off after you. Have fun.
I always do.
Oh my god, Inventor is going to be hilarious with Omega. Just
How will Inventor react when we tell him that his corporate mandating crying cube was used as a toilet by Reginald?
I mean, that's an upgrade from what it would be
Actually,
used in
you know who might
Market
be able to
Street.
go onto Front Street without too many issues?
Hmm.
Zit Wound.
Oh, that might not be a bad idea. You just
Yeah, but I really want to go to Front Street at some point with Quake. I think that'd be really funny.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
given
mean,
that
if you guys want to go there as like a separate thing, we can do that. I was just saying, like, we can.
So Front Street is so fucking stupid. It's probably gonna be like at least half of one session.
yeah, I'd say we
Okay.
should do that next week then. Like, because that feels like it's going to balloon out into its own session based on what I know about Front Street.
I'm not free. I don't know if I'm free or not next week.
Hmm.
It's okay.
We'll figure it out.
We can
Let's
figure it
do. Let's go for the one where we get 3 people in one trip.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's just efficiency-wise the best. And for like the sake of saying we can have a foothold in the Front Street mission later, Exit Wound will make his way over there to see if he can dig up any info on how amicable Inventor would be to joining the team / being paid.
Inventor is going to be so easy to convince. Just be like, hey, do you want to work for your childhood hero? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah. Can we get Frosty in on this? What happened to him?
No, you wouldn't be able to get Frosty. That doesn't make sense. Frosty wasn't evil.
Okay, but like, what is Frosty even doing? I never got a good answer on that.
He went
Him
to
and
go
Flesh.
he went to have adventures with Flesh Heap.
Yeah, there's the Adventures of Flesh Heap and Frosty.
Okay, because he's kind of ice themed, I thought he was simping for the Iceman, and that's
No.
where he is now.
Opposite.
Opposite.
Okay. Okay. That makes
So,
more
I was
sense.
gonna tell Alex, just so you know, Inventor had little kids books signed by Mammon Gray about Mammon Gray.
Mammon Gray is basically Santa for Market Street.
So I feel like Exit Wound can just walk up to him then, and we can go to Front Street for a different reason.
Yeah, that's fine.
The
Like,
issue
we
is
can just be
is
like, all right,
getting-
Exit Wound, go find Inventor and try not to die or disappear on the way out.
So I will be completely honest with you. The entirety of Front Street is just going to be a 20-foot walk down the street, and I expect it to take 3 hours.
Can I ask an important question? Do we want to expedite that?
Sure.
Why can't Hidden Sorrows just go hand Inventor a doubloon?
I can answer that, but it'll take 3 hours.
That's the secret about Front Street. Everything just happens to take 3 hours.
No matter what you go there to do, it takes exactly 3 hours.
Man, fuck the singularity. That stupid time wall. Bullshit.
Had to go research how to cure cancer, 3 hours. Had to go take a little piss, 3 hours.
Singularity is using up all the fucking.
If we want to do Front Street as like a mission, we can just say Exit Wound is just chilling in the camp then, like he usually does. Keep it
Okay.
watch, shoot
Yeah.
monitors. We have a large stack of those weird hermit crabs just laying around for Dr. Crab to resuscitate and bring under our influence.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
So as
I'm
you
just gonna change my face to look like someone I saw, any random person I saw while we
He's
were.
become a Gary.
Ooh. Well, no, I was thinking in the hub, just a random survivor in the hub.
sounds good. As you kill Hermit Crab's exit wound, the Scourgeon picks up one of the smaller crabs and goes, "I have an idea for this one," and just begins fucking slapping something together with exit wound's help. We're gonna cut to the portal though. Dr. Crab is going to tap it. The exit location is going to change to the hub. It looks like Dr. Crab has just invented a teleporter for you guys.
Oh, Dr. Crab, you shouldn't have. You're so nice.
All right. So the portal cuts. You guys see immediately the spirit of the unknown flying by, trailing the banner, grand opening.
What the fuck is that?
That is one of the people who has joined with Sweet Tooth. He is. We aren't certain what his limits are. He may well be the most dangerous among them all.
You say that about a lot of people.
Yeah, you say that about a lot of people.
Dredger, I can't tell if these guys are scary or you're just really cautious because you're a spooky, skinny man.
Yeah, if we are perfectly honest, it's more the second one, and we've never really seen anyone actually unleash their full power.
Wait, you have? You've seen Amp only has no power or full power.
Yes, but we don't know anything about AMP. We know that they're alarmingly powerful, but
Fucking funniest thing ever.
yeah, you nuked that boss. It was beautiful. Fucking send him to space before in the first round.
Rip Prime Minister Sinister died too soon, too good for the sinful earth.
Sam's gonna bring out Prime Minister Sinister 2. It's his son.
I will use this stat block. Okay, so
He dies exactly the same way because he starts monologuing at Amp.
why did I give him this critical character flaw? Okay, so you guys get in, and immediately you notice something odd. Up on the stage nearby, if you look through the portal, I don't know if you guys have stepped through yet, you see Amp and this New Orleans man waffle stomping the ghost of Elvis back into hell. Now,
I fucking forgot about that. Jesus Christ, Sam.
the issue is, Quake, you immediately recognize that as happening before you joined Evil Squad.
Just time
I
fuckery.
understand what's happening.
Dredger takes it in stride and says, we did tell the Scourgeon, or we did tell Dr. Krabs that we had found a time machine, and we did not think he would immediately be so successful, but good for him.
Maybe he's a doctor and
Dr.
more
Crab
than medicine.
looks at you and goes, I haven't altered time in any way, shape, or form. I've done zero research into this. This is just the present moment. You were only gone for 30 minutes.
Dredger steeples his fingers in front of his face. Yes.
I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's just go.
Yeah, Dredger just steps through.
Quake imagines like it's no point in worrying about it. Let's just fucking figure it out there.
Yeah.
So you guys get in, just a little bit into the grand opening of the candy shop. Dr. Crab puts you far away from the actual candy shop itself, so you guys can operate with the best chance of not being spotted by the candy shop. Also, Dr. Crab is going to offer flesh sculpting to anyone who wants it so that they can change their faces.
I can already do that.
For Gallant, he is capable of just grafting skin onto you. You'll look like an 8-foot tall mutant, but you won't look like you.
I feel like the armor can just restructure the helmet at will. So when he mentions that, like, the armor just shifts to look slightly different. It's not like a great disguise, like anybody with a brain can probably figure it out, but it's about the same as, like, okay, it's just a different face.
Okay.
Bridger's appearance has been really heavily shifting, so I don't think Hub Squad would actually know what he currently looks like.
It's just as a precautionary measure, but if you don't want it, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Okay. So I
I
do
can
need to
also move
check.
faster than most people can see, so I'll be fine.
I do need to check. Taking it or not?
Dredger won't take it, but he does still have the Nevermore.
Okay. Nevermore on Gallant and Dredger. Quake is just perfect the way they are. All right, who's going
Thanks,
for who?
Ian. Do we want to grab someone together first and then figure out what we're going to do? I don't have really a way to knocking out. I have a way of killing instantaneously, and that's it.
Technically, Alan is good at knocking people out. Don't ask questions how, though.
I'd like to start with Timekeeper on the basis that he seems relatively well known and somewhat innocuous. Having him with us as a group, if we are moving as a group, would give us an air of legitimacy?
That sounds fair to me, boss man.
All right. So Timekeeper, you vaguely know the way to his home, but the grand opening has reshaped the entirety of the hub. There are so many fucking people here. I'm gonna need a navigation check just so you can find your way around the closed streets.
Okay.
Navigation.
Is that mind?
That's a mind check, yeah. Mind.
Oh, yeah, I'm fucking stupid, though.
Let's see. I believe in the Dredger that believes in 2 5s.
What if you just take your time and I help you?
2 5 is
No,
actually
like
enough. You
Like 2 5s is fine.
you stumble your way through, using judicious use of teleport. You realize not to do that pretty quickly because it draws the attention of the Midnight Crew whenever you do it, but the fobs in this case, but they let it pass after the first time. And you manage to work your way over to Timekeeper's abode. You get into the abandoned little apartment, and work your way down the winding, increasingly inky and eldritch location that is his little basement area. That extends far past the physical dimensions of the home.
Reasonable. Is there a door to knock on?
Yeah. It's different than last time. Looks like a dark oaken construction. FBI, open up.
That's how Quake knocks.
They got that cop knock.
The cop knock. Timekeeper's just there with his fucking gun. Mannequin, I fucking told you don't have a warrant.
Dredger will yell out, Timekeeper, we've need of your services.
There's no answer.
Probably just at the thing. Wait, I have 3 hard dice in perception. While we are walking, did I see Timekeeper?
Are you guys all moving as one group, or are you separating?
I mean, that's more of the boss.
Say
man's
we were
decision.
gonna do the first guy all together to see how it went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So with 3 hard dice in perception, you hear some faint snoring.
Oh, okay.
Look at
You
that.
could make a...
Alan's gonna get really excited and go, "Look at this new trick that I learned."
Oh, show us the new trick.
Go
He's
on.
gonna attempt to pick the lock.
Alright, roll lockpicking. That's going to be a coordination plus lockpicking.
Awesome. It is going to be. Hang on.
Wait, is the door even locked?
We'll find
Wait,
out.
lockpicking is a... Is lockpicking a coordination thing or a security systems thing?
Coordination. Lockpicking.
Okay.
While
really
he's
hard.
lockpicking, can I just try the door?
Alright. We'll see what with Alex gets, and then I'll go based on that.
I'm gonna get 3 10s.
Alright, so as Quake goes, can't we just try the... You see the armor just send out these tendrils into the lock. You hear the mechanism shift. What does Gallant say anything as the lock pops?
He does his classic
Okay,
I
the
knew
entire knob of the door will pop out, and you'll see it brick of C4 rigged to an electronic lock. It's going to detonate.
That's unfortunate.
It's
Can I destroy it before it blows up?
Yeah.
I have speeding bullet on my attack.
This is all about initiative.
Okay, it would be a width of 12 and it has speeding bullet.
Okay, yeah. You managed to just sever all of the wires, severing the payload from the electronic thing right as the spark goes off. You look behind the part of the knob that popped out. It looks like the actual opening mechanism for the door is there's a pressure plate immediately underneath the door. You just stomp on that, reach into a hidden little cubby hole behind the door, push on one of the panels to unlock a lever, and then pull on that.
Okay.
Alan's gonna watch that whole process and just go, well, isn't that just the most confusing dang on door I've ever seen? Also, what's all this clay on the handle? Starts poking the C4.
And you shouldn't play with that. It's rather active.
Gallant's gonna put however much C4 that is into his left pocket.
You get 5 pounds of C4.
Actually, we'll put it in the right pocket. The left pocket's already got some stuff.
Just got guts in it.
There's all
Wait,
those sparklers.
is Gallant gonna try to eat it?
Nah, it's clay. He looks at you confused. Do ghosts eat clay?
We don't eat anything.
So then why would you ask if I eat clay?
I mean, it looks like I don't know if it's edible clay or not.
Do they make edible clay now? That'd be a pretty nifty invention.
I mean, that's what space food is.
I don't think that's true. Now you're just trying to pull my leg.
So I guess we should look for more traps.
Yeah. As you open the door, it's pretty standard once you get past the main door. You do have to kind of kick it open because there is a 2x4 barring it. But between the amount of super strength and teleportation and slime you guys have, you can just get right through it.
Out of curiosity, Dredger's body and coordination have subtle on them. Does that mean he can kick down a door and have it be relatively quiet?
Yeah.
I could have also teleported it into the board and just floated it away.
Yeah, it's...
There. We options.
There's
options.
Zero way this is a challenge. That's why I'm not narrating any of this other stuff.
See him is it just a one-room apartment or is it an actual?
It's it's just a one-room deal. He's on a pile of raggedy pillows. His ointments and apothecary stuff is off on the side for his joints. He's just passed out on a giant mound of raggedy pillows, a half-finished bottle of wine spilling out on the floor.
Gallant's gonna catch the wine before it spills out fully, place it off to the side, and then just kind of.
I'm gonna finish off the bottle of wine.
And then he's gonna just gently grab Timekeeper on the shoulder and just say, "Mr. Timekeeper, sir, sorry to wake you."
He starts moving, and his joints just snap like wood as he lets out that kind of old person groan they get when they wake up, where they wake up and immediately go, "Oh fuck, I lived."
Timekeeper. It's been a while.
He wrenches himself forward, his back sounding like fucking firecrackers. He doesn't look old. I mean, he's got the bleached white hair. He's got that kind of worn skin, but it's smooth. There's not even wrinkles on his eyes. It's like a 20-year-old hit with all of the signs of age of a 120-year-old.
But he's been playing with his artifact too much.
He leans forward and goes, "Oh, God. Did I wake up in the past, or is this a vision of the future? What's going on here?"
We believe ourselves to be in the present. We aren't certain what frame you're in, yet we've need of your services. We realize this is not the greatest proposition for you, but we have a very good chance of being able to offer you back your physical health in exchange.
No, you can't, and I wouldn't want it if you could. I know what that costs.
What do you think it costs?
It's not what I think, it's about what you would need to do to. Wait. He turns to look at Quake, goes, "You died. How are you back?"
Wait, he wouldn't recognize me because I took disguise.
Oh god, you do have a disguise. Hold on, let me see if he has anything that would let him see through that. Without making a no, everything would make him have a trauma check.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay.
Also, it's 10 hard dice.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't be able to see through that without paranormal means, and he's not using those right now. He's gonna look around and go.
So
Sorry.
Gallant's gonna like stick his hand out really quick and go, "My name's Gallant, by the way. Seems like you know everybody else, or at least the boss. But my manners dictate I should introduce myself before the conversation continues any farther. Once again, I'm sorry for waking you up."
Manners on this one. All right. He shakes the hand,
Pleasure to meet you.
gives a side eye at Quake, going, "Wonder who the fuck this is."
Does he recognize Dredger as Avery?
He would recognize you as Avery. He's going to pour out some, looks like a mix between honey and rose water and just rub that on his hands and go, "So, I heard you had a split from your group. What brings you to me now?"
We have need of you as a consultant on a certain project involving a time lock.
Well, that would be in my wheelhouse. What are the stakes? What are the pay? What are the hazards?
The pay we would first offer you is a restoration of your physical health, or as close a facsimile to that as can be reasonably managed.
I'm not
These-
interested.
What would interest you?
Well, just to clarify, I need to know how close I am to the end at any given moment. If I was in peak health, I'd have no clue. I would be interested in getting Chernov out, if that's an option.
We aren't certain what his condition is. We could offer you, however, a chance to purloin some Founder's technology.
He does perk up at that. I'm going to need you to make a persuasion check for me.
All right. Well, you've asked the right guy for that. Wait, let me just make sure I'm doing my counting right. Yes, 6 tens.
All right. He looks
Wait,
down.
sorry, nope, 7 tens, 7 tens. I did the counting wrong.
He's doing some mental arithmetic. He's gonna mull it over for a second and go, "All right. And one final question. Would you have need of my artifact?"
We are uncertain at this point. We do recommend you bring it. And should you need to use it, we have many people who are perfectly or can be made perfectly willing to offer their time.
All right. He's gonna think over terms for a second and go, "All right. 3 main things upon which my work will hinge. 1, if I think you're posing a danger to people I nominally have to care about, I walk. 2, if you use my artifact in ways which I do not personally approve, I walk. And 3, if we have disagreements about what we do with the Founder's tech we find, I walk. Are those acceptable to you?"
I will think over that and say, in as much as what we do with the tech that we personally take for our own benefit, yes, we agree to these terms.
He would normally question that a little bit more, but 7 dice on persuasion, and he just woke up half drunk. He's gonna let that slide.
I do, so that you know, Sam, I say it that way because I don't actually know what Mammon wants or what he's going to do with it.
Fair enough.
And can I say before you clarify that too, that maybe we should ask him for the list of names of like the people who he would care about, so that we make sure we're not already at a conflict of interest before we start.
Oh, that's quite wise, actually, yeah. Sorry, that didn't even fucking occur to me.
So, basically, as long as you're not moving against anyone in Chernov's group, those are the names you recognize. Other names you recognize are Tiberius Ludd, and let's see here. Who else would he think of in this moment? He's going to ask that you not move against a talent you don't recognize by the name of Winterford.
Who do we have any information about who Winterford is?
Absolutely not at this point.
Treasure will ask then, who is Winterford out of curiosity? We've not heard of this person.
Don't know. Chernov seemed to hold them in high regard, though. Considered them important for something coming up, so.
Very well. Have you heard any news of Chernov's return?
Nah, at this point it's pretty much hurry up and wait as far as that goes. Just waiting on the Captain Barrett to self-destruct. The second he's down, or the second he can't maintain the seal anymore, Chernov's out.
Treasure will nod to that.
Alan leans over to Quake and he's like, do you know what they're talking about?
No fucking idea. I thought Chernov was okay.
I don't know what's happening anymore, so I'm gonna go look around. And then he's gonna start playing with some of the lotion bottles. It's like kind of pretending like he's reading them and understanding everything it says.
Quake will note all the scrunched up tissues next to the lotion bottle.
As you look at them, you realize none of those are bodily fluids. You don't actually know what those are. I think that's more concerning in this context.
Either is concerning. Either one is literally concerning.
One of them is just soaked with blood.
Ooh.
That's bodily fluid, Sam.
Not this
I
blood.
was noting it. That's the exception.
Treasure will also add, we do also request that you, we know you are known for your discretion, but we request that you never share the specifics of this contract with any of your other clients.
As always, my work comes with sealed lips. No one will know a thing.
As they finish up the contract, Gallant's just gonna raise his hand.
Yes.
Is he any good at Jenga?
Not
Treasure slowly turns to look at Timekeeper.
Not particularly. Why?
Dang it. Never mind.
Timekeeper, are you afraid of crabs or crustaceans?
Not particularly. Why?
It is the place we have set up is somewhat shocking for new people to encounter. Some of our acquaintances and employees are somewhat out of standard for
What
who many
monsters
would.
do you have?
Sturgeon.
His name is Dr. Crab, and he's pretty cool.
Like, I just tell him Sturgeon, and then Gallon's over here like, Dr. Crab, he's the best!
He looks kind of like a cartoon crab, but he talks, and he's got lollipops if you're good.
Less than ideal. You spoke in plurality, though. What else do you got? I noticed you have 2 Nevermores on you.
Yes, we've several waterlogged.
Are you keeping them in check, at least?
Yes, they are being kept quite in well check, actually. They do take to acts of art occasionally, and that is maybe not what most people would want, but
Have you
they are
locked the
under...
Scourgeon?
No, the Scourgeon is still operating to a pretty... Judge will actually take it Maglite. Is that actually an option?
That's standard procedure when working with a Scourgeon. You don't want them to think.
But Dr. Crab has all the knowledge of the medicine. Why wouldn't
Fair
you
enough.
want to?
You can preserve that. Most of what they do is muscle memory. They don't actually think in the same way you or I do.
But Dr. Crab is constantly coming up with new research projects for us that are super cool and fun.
It's,
This is actually a big point of contention for Dredger. Dredger would not have ever and will not willingly consider doing that. So Dredger will say it isn't
can
an
do it.
issue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you got a kill switch?
Dr. Crab is my friend. He would never do anything to hurt us.
Uh-huh.
Alan says that with a very straight face.
Okay, I'm going to add a stipulation that I have my own bunkhouse separate from wherever you're storing the Scourgeon.
We were already planning on offering you this.
Alright, cool.
Dr. Crab also only works on patients that consent.
No, he doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to start packing up. I'll make my way. Just, where am I meeting you guys?
Dredger will hand him a map of the location and say, if you prefer to wait, we can simply teleport you there when we've collected the others we're here to hire.
No, I've got my own ways of making it there. He gestures
Very well.
towards this weird geometric scrawl on a nearby wall. He goes, I just have to scratch in the coordinates.
Yeah, this guy definitely knows Chernov shit.
Oh, is he a wizard? Wait, are you a wizard? Are you a time wizard? Gallant's like putting pieces together right now.
I'm trained in sacred geometry, divine numerology, a tad of runecraft. Particularly skilled at binding, if I do say so myself.
Would Quake be able to lobotomize the Scourgeon without anyone knowing?
Not without a medicine check.
Damn. Okay, never mind then.
But he waves you off. It looks like he's deep in thought, but he's not really, He's still thinking it over.
Did you give him a doubloon so he's safe for passage?
Wouldn't that just put him into contact with Mammon Gray? I don't actually know the limitations of the doubloons.
You could try offering it to him.
If a Dredger will say, and should you need it, we can offer you this as well. And we hold out a doubloon.
You see him lock up as he lays eyes on the doubloon, and his eyes slowly just look up and just stare into yours as he tries to get a read on you.
What's the matter?
He takes it gently and goes, absolutely nothing. I'll see you at the power plant in a little bit.
Very well.
Okay, bye, time friend.
Just time.
Do you wish us to put your lump of plastic explosive back as we close your door?
No need. I'm burning this place down as soon as I leave.
Respectable.
He's pretty busy packing things up, but he'll be there as soon as he's done.
All right.
All right, that's Timekeeper down.
Well, that went way easier than expected, Gallant says on the way out. I didn't even have to hit anybody. That's rare.
So Tiberius
Yeah, Chernov's group, Tiberius Ludd, and Winterford. Tiberius Ludd, the only thing I think you got. I don't remember how much has been disclosed specifically to Avery, but it was known to the group that something happened to Tiberius Ludd the last time Chernov was in Market Street.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm saying we had to go to Tiberius next, right? For the
Oh,
No,
no,
we-
no.
We have Maleficus
Trigor.
and
Trigor. Sorry. Maleficus.
You see Trigor in his North Minnesotan way, just jauntily walking down the street, fucking 15-foot tall demon, head caved in with a weird flaming halo about like silhouetting him.
I don't think Quake knows Tiberius, does she?
Tiberius Ludd or Trigor?
Trigor. Both. Actually, I don't think I know
Don't
both.
believe so on either account.
Yeah.
I know that Avery met him, and I don't know if he's perceptive enough to know exactly, but I guess Dredger will walk up and say, "Excuse us, Mr. Trigor."
Oh, hey there, friend. How you doing?
We are quite well. How are you?
Well, I'm doing quite all right. I just watched a great show. I've eaten 80 pounds of cotton candy so far, and I fixed a game of whack-a-mole. So it's been a good day for me.
Wonderful. If you would be amicable to it, we would like to discuss some terms. We've a project that we believe you would be quite well suited for.
Oh, what? You need like a fuse box rewired? Do you need some like AC set up or?
It is somewhat more involved than that. We already have a large number of gear boys working with us. Is there a place, perhaps less public than this, you'd be comfortable going to discuss more in detail what we're working on?
Oh well, I was gonna get down to the apple Dunkin', but I guess I could.
I forgot that Trigor was just like the nicest guy in the entire setting. I also forgot like how wide the array of events that the fucking the flops were running for us are. Fucking Apple Duncan, of course.
As Trigor's walking to a sequestered area with you guys, I'm going to need. Okay. When you think sequestered area, what are you guys thinking of? Like, are you thinking of a specific location, or?
I was thinking something like just a place that isn't out in the middle of the street where there is like some minimum expectation of privacy.
So, the closest to where you guys are, that would be like truly private, would be the ravine Quake opened up the last time they were in town. When they fought Urban Decay. Like, no one's going in that area.
So Chris,
Yeah.
how
Quake will, when you say that, Quake will start heading to the candy shop and said, "I'll meet you at the candy shop."
The candy shop?
Yeah. We gotta go get glaucoma,
Glaucoma's
right?
not at the candy shop right now.
What?
He's
Well-
at Chernov's bar right now.
Oh, well.
oh my god, Treasure can meet Quartz.
She would think he was at Chernov's bar anyway, so I will go to Chernov's bar.
We wish you luck.
Okay.
Okay. So
The most brutal cutaway.
we'll do a split.
I'll wait for them. I'm just.
It's okay.
I don't
there's gonna be
think
a scene while
Quake.
you're waiting, but
Okay.
so Alex is muted. Okay, so Tom and Alex, are you guys
There's a
going?
baby right next to me.
No worries. Are you guys going to the ravine with Trigor, or are you guys going? Do you just want to like duck into an alley and risk exposure?
I think the ravine is probably best.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go where Dredger goes. Protection.
All right. So as you guys walk down, Trigor is just happily recounting the day's events. Like, you know, like those three-legged races. Those are really unfair to people who are of like taller builds. You know, like. They said it was cheating that I brought the entire person up with me when I lifted my leg. I don't think that's fair, you know?
I hear you, buddy.
Yeah.
It's really not. Like, just because I'm strong enough to lift my partner with just my leg doesn't make it any less fair. They're still tied to me and I'm still moving slower.
Yeah, it's like, why can't you help out the... And then as he's speaking emphatically, you guys are making your way down to the ravine, by the church, getting into like the there's like some darkened caves where cave-ins were uneven, a raging kind of tumultuous whirlpool at the bottom where water is flooding in and flooding out constantly due to the damaged water table. You see Maleficus just trip over something and just eat shit. And you see him look up and go, "Oh my God, mister, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there."
I have permanent perception. Who did he trip on?
Well, that's the damnedest thing. You did not see him. You see worn open boots, tattered jeans, and just a white hoodie with like black ichor staining the front of it and towards the sleeves. A rattling wheeze every time this thing takes a breath.
You okay there, buddy?
Hey Tom, do you want to make a streetwise check to see if you remember who this is?
Is that
I have a
Urban
feeling
Decay?
I know who it is, but Gallant doesn't know who it is.
I got 2 9s.
Hey, that's Urban Decay.
I thought so.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
are you being serious right now?
Yes.
That's funny. Gallant's about to get a power spike.
Dredger,
That's funny because Quake would just tried to insta-kill him again.
Dredger sees and just Gallant, please put the man down in recovery position. Be kind to him, but do not touch him for longer than you need to.
Gallant's gonna...
Do you mean Urban Decay or Trigor?
Yeah, Gallant's going to grab both at the same time because he's confused on the order and then do what he was told.
The man in the white hoodie, Gallant.
Oh, okay. I got it, yeah.
As you go to touch
Trigger,
him,
we must apologize. We did not think we... Are you familiar with who that is?
no, he looks like a homeless man. And as Gallant goes to put Urban Decay in the recovery position, you just hear him say, "I'm quite okay, thank you. Please don't touch me."
Oh, good. Glad to hear it. You want a hand up or anything, sir? I'm not familiar with who you are myself. My name is Gallant. He introduces himself, as he always does, hand
My
outstretched.
name is, Blake. I would touch you, but these hands are not clean at the moment. I'm just doing my best to stay out of sight. You see like the darkened hole where his head would be in his hood. He looks up, turns to Avery, goes, "I think you know who from."
Yes. No, Sam, I need it out of game. I need a refresher on exactly what has happened here. I don't quite
Blake?
recall.
Blake is in an endless cycle of turning into Urban Decay eventually.
Okay. Okay, I thought that Blake was Mutant Squad's version of Urban Decay.
Nope, Blake is always going to turn into Urban Decay.
Urban Decay's original name is Blake Urban, by the way. He's just
Okay.
Gallant doesn't recognize him, so he's just introducing himself with his normal first name.
So now I have a dumbass question for everyone in this scene. Well, I mean, like everyone here. Should we try to recruit Urban Decay's help?
I don't think he fits necessarily the belief system that would match Dredger's.
Does he have any beef with Good Guy Squad?
Nope.
I don't think Urban Decay explicitly has beef with anyone except maybe Market Street.
So he doesn't really have issues with anybody.
So-
Can we convince him to have issues for like something?
Actually,
Does
he
want
probably
anything?
I would assume he probably doesn't like Mammon Gray very much at all.
That's what I was gonna say. And also, you would know that him and Mr. President have a good relationship.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, Gallant is going to kind of like offer his hand to help him up, and when he says something about being dirty, he's just gonna be like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I've grown up on the farm tons of times. I've been dirty from head to toe. It's not a big deal." And he's gonna go to like actually grab his hand and try to like pull him up.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen. He held up his hand in like a placating gesture. As you touch it, the Overkin is going to cease functioning for a second, and when it's like being shocked into silence for a second. And then the first word, like the first thought you get back when it's back is run.
Oh. Gallant on reflex is gonna just like immediately disappear 80 yards back because that's as far as he can go per round. I go, huh? Notice his hand is like not. He's like farther away from where he was, and also just like not. He didn't help him up, and he goes, huh? Well, that's weird. This is the first time that's ever happened.
You look down at your hand. There's like a little, just the slightest black seam where the Overkin is damaged and not healing.
You okay there, buddy?
Are you speaking to the Overkin or
Yeah. I mean, he goes, Blake, are you good? Then he's gonna like internal thoughts to the Overkin. Go, you good, buddy? This is weird that you're not like just okay. He seems like an okay guy. He's like questioning why he was told to run and also why he, instantly did it without even thinking about it.
So you look at basically the idea the Overkin is conveying is just death. The concept of death is Blake. That's about as complicated as I think the Overkin can convey what's going on here.
Okay. And he's just gonna be like, and we can't ignore it like usual, is what you're trying to say. Because like he's been shown pictures of like death before, but then like given a time, so he waits a couple seconds for like a time to show up, and then he just goes, "Oh, you just mean like this is like bad in general."
Yeah, it can't. It's like a mosaic. There's too much stuff going on at once for the Overkin to pick out. Like, it could pick out one thing and adjust to that and then try and pick out another, but it can't do all of them. And any point of this will end it. So it's like, it can try and get something, but it won't even know if what's important or not, because everything in this is so interconnected.
Weird. Gallant's gonna like appear back where he was standing, but not like offering to help him up. He's gonna go, sorry, Blake, me and my partner, and he's like gestures towards his like entire body essentially, had a miscommunication there. Hope I didn't startle you or anything. I hope you're okay still, but apparently we should not make contact. I think that was what you were trying to imply as well, so I apologize for that. I misinterpreted a lot of signs.
It's perfectly understandable. I hope you're okay. Trigor looks down, looks at his hoof rotting off, goes, oh. You see Trigor rip off his leg, throw it in the ravine, and just grows back.
Mm-hmm.
So, what Urban Decay is going to hold, he's going to hold up his hands and go, Avery?
Judge will nod.
I am not here to do anything right now. He gestures towards Smoker and the various Urban Decay talents that wandered into town. He goes, those are terminals. They are free radicals at the end of their lifespan. I'm just here to make sure they have a good day.
Very well.
Not let anyone know I'm here.
We promise you this. May we, in return, be promised that we had come here to discuss terms with Mr. Trigor. May we, in turn, receive your promise that anything discussed here will not be shared, nor will you use it against us.
Agreed.
Very well.
Appreciation. He hands you. He reaches into his hoodie, pulls out a. It looks like an eyedropper wrapped in 77 layers of plastic. He places it on the ground and just gestures towards it for you.
Dredger will pick it up and ask, "Thank you. May we ask the exact nature of what you have given us?"
It's an experimental lot from one of the Green Meadows medical experimentation sites. It'll boost cognitive function, but I recommend using only 1 drop at a time. I've never seen anyone survive more than 2. It'll make time appear as if it's moving 1/100th the speed for a moment.
Dredger will look vaguely nauseous thinking back to Grey Wall, but thank him again.
Alright. Urban Decay is just going to fade into the shadowy cave, keeping an eye on the terminal boys.
Alright.
And as we start walking farther into the ravine, Gallen's gonna realize that he said his name was Blake, and then he realized he introduced himself as like his persona, so he's gonna just kind of like jog back up and go, "By the way, my name's Kevin, not Gallen." Nice to meet you again, Blake. You have a great day. I hope your friends have fun. Maybe I'll see you around. Jogs off.
Tragor's gonna like wait a minute, like waiting for someone to leave the room, going, he was nice. Okay, he was scary. I thought he was scary. Did anyone else think he was scary?
He is trapped in a rather terrible situation with his talent. He is somewhat frightening, but ultimately we believe him to be a good person. Don't think too poorly of him.
One's gonna pat Trigor on the back and go, "I think my body thought he was scary, but my brain says he's a good guy. Just getting a bad lot in life."
Wow, you guys are really nice. You guys are like the nicest people I've met recently.
Well, thank you. You know, you're pretty cool yourself, especially with that whole leg thing you did. That was pretty nifty.
Oh yeah, I can do that like 3 more times.
That's
period.
pretty
not
cool.
not repeating. Like, I've got 2 more legs. He pats his like abdomen. It's like baby teeth.
Yeah. I got a lot of weird stuff in my pockets too, and I'm gonna pull out the C4 brick just out of nowhere and go, "Ooh," and then put it away like it's a magic trick.
Trigger's gonna go, "Oh, is that Play-Doh? I love Play-Doh."
Yeah, I think it is. Somebody put it in their door earlier. Do you want some?
Oh, I would love some.
He's gonna give him a pound of C4.
He takes it out, takes a pinch, eats it.
I don't think you're supposed to eat Play-Doh
That's not
unless
toxic.
is this that special edible Play-Doh?
Oh, all Play-Doh's edible, man. It's not toxic. It's mostly wheat products.
Huh. Well, I guess you learn something new every day. Then he's gonna lean towards Dredger and just go, "What were we supposed to ask this guy for again? I kind of forget."
Now, Trigor, we have a rather involved project where we are currently working with a... Sam, how many Gear Boys do we have at the power plant?
Including clones or no?
Probably excluding clones.
Like 10 or 11, I think.
Okay. We have a group of perhaps 10 Gear Boys with us, and a project that we need to further develop. We had known your name and known that you're pretty well known in this area, and thought to ask you if you might be interested helping us in a project to open a old door we have found.
Oh, like an electronic lock that's jammed? Yeah, I can do that.
It is perhaps somewhat more advanced than just an electronic lock. We believe it is a reality lock.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but yeah, if there's an electronic component to it, yeah, I could probably do some stuff.
There's a spooky robot in front of it.
Oh, I love robots.
It's not a nice robot. It tried to kill our friend.
I think most robots are just misunderstood.
You know what? I never thought of it like that. You could be right. We didn't actually try talking to it because it just made horrific screeching noises when it tried to kill our friend.
I mean, it might just be it might just try to be speaking to you in binary. Like, just because you don't speak the language doesn't mean it's evil. It could just be scary. And as we saw with Blake over there, scary is sometimes still friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, some people
Gallant
are just
like nods
scary.
along.
Anyway,
So the read I'm getting on this is that Maleficus has the same kind of worldview that it's the same sort of worldview that Galen does. But whereas Galen is being fed incorrect information by an alien extra-dimensional life form, Maleficus just is like that.
Maleficus is just a demon, so everything seems like a downgrade.
Oh, okay.
Except that's a lie. He's from Minnesota.
Oh,
Minnesota just sucks that much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I think we should. Maybe you don't need to help us with the fancy lock, but
where is it, and am I getting paid?
we can pay you. Considering the difficulty of the lock, we have several things we could offer you. Our current understanding is you would be a research consultant, though a more active component or a more active effort on your part might become necessary depending on what is specifically found to be the way forward.
Okay. Well, I do like that you guys have some gear, boys. I know we're around, but like,
Yes.
I get worried about what's going on and everything.
Yes.
That being said, I will happily work for you if I get to keep the robot afterwards.
the spooky one.
Yeah.
Treasure says, yes, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I mean, if it works out where like it's actually friendly and it wants to hang
Wait,
out with you. I
there's
guess I'm
3
down for that
robots though.
idea. Yeah, technically there are 3 robots that are also the same robot though.
Oh, like,
It's weird. It's a spooky robot. Like there's the 3, and then they split her off into like ghost ones too, and then
sounds
it's
like a
weird.
hologram
I don't know
or
how
a
to.
card light maybe. Yeah.
We had, to understanding it is exploiting a rather poor understanding of quantum mechanics to just be in multiple places at once.
I was,
Yeah, no, quantum mechanics doesn't. Yeah, the founders kind of broke that one, didn't they? But yeah,
Yes.
whatever.
Alan's gonna like snap his fingers and go, "Oh right, it was a Cerberus thingy."
you should. By the way, I was just saying that so that Tom can remember that he should only give him one of the robots, not all 3.
I mean, I don't actually know if that's on the table because, like, aren't they all still one robot?
The answer to that is yes. You couldn't theoretically only have one because they're all linked together.
Got it. Okay, never mind then.
Besides, the idea of Maleficus having a Cerberus unit in the hub and the Cerberus unit is as friendly as he is the funniest thing I can fucking imagine. That's not going to be how it works out, but still, for the dream, absolutely he can have it.
Alan's gonna go, "Oh yeah, it's a Cerberus unit. That was the name." And then he's gonna go, "And we have a friend who you might have to talk to. He's a big, scary wolf man on the outside, but I have a feeling that he's actually just a nice guy who's also had a bad time in his life." Which is
Yeah.
kind of what you can say about most of our group now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, I don't deal well with scary, but I am always happy to make new friends.
He's not bad.
Very
once you
well.
get to know him.
Okay.
But he does want to rip the robots apart because
Okay,
he doesn't like losing. So you might have to work him around on that one.
I mean, I might be able to fix the robot, but I do want it intact. I want it intact.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I have to go pack up a bunch of stuff. And I also promised to meet Mrs. Mahogany at the church. She baked me some oatmeal cookies, and, I would be so rude if I didn't pick those up from her.
Yeah, you know what? I like you. You've got good manners.
I try, thank you. You're not bad yourself, man.
Well, thanks.
Okay. I gotta go, but I'll meet you up. He gets coordinates to the power plant and goes, all right, I'll see you guys. And you see 2 demon wings sprout out. You hear a deep, rumbling incantation as he summons them. They're wreathed in flames. He just fucking zooms up into the sky.
Watching him leave, Dredger will turn to Gallon and say, we expected this to be a significantly more difficult job.
Yeah, we did, didn't we? We were all talking about how we were going to have to, kidnap these guys or something, but, they all seem pretty cool.
Yes. Now, before we leave the ravine, I have one thing I need to do, where Dredger will go to the cave where he saw Urban Decay recede and place it. It's a little worse for wear now. It's become a little messy, but he'll place a stuffed animal of a lion with we're wearing priest's robes on the ground and say, we aren't certain if you want it, but perhaps you'd like it for old time's sake, and then walk away.
You see the shadows creep out and engulf the animal, and it's no longer there when the light returns.
Yes. I don't know how Urban Decay feels about Dredger giving him that, but I felt he should have it.
All right.
A reference, Alex, that was an attempt from the big crossover where Mutant Squad and Hero Squad and Hub Squad were one giant session. And it was always on the table for Avery that if he made a puppet, he could Alphonse someone, like Full Metal Alchemist style.
Mm-hmm.
That puppet was an attempt to Alphonse someone that Urban Decay snapped the neck of. I hope he likes it.
He's gonna do horrible fucking things to it. Father Hazard, man. Okay, so we're gonna cut to Chernov's bar. As soon as Quake walks in, you see Bats serving a Crimson. He's currently cleaning a glass. You see this fucking just wasted, manager Karen-looking motherfucker going, I just want another mimosa. He's, man, I have to cut you off. You've drank, quite frankly, an unreasonable amount of alcohol. She stops, gently places a finger on his chest, goes, I'm gonna kill you. And then I'll kill you. And then she just fucking slips off her stool, bashes her head, and just goes, ow.
How much alcohol do you need to drink for Bats to say it's unreasonable?
Quite a bit.
Jesus Christ. It's give me fucking 17 gallons of mimosa and I'll tell you when to stop.
You see Glaucoma sitting on the stool next to her, holding a 2-liter gallon thing or 2 liter of milk.
Tracks.
He looks down.
Out.
He looks down, drops the milk on her, holds up a chalkboard that says "Oops."
He's gotten a lot more personality.
Okay, he looks up, and you notice Glaucoma has no eyes. You guys never really interrogated how he sees people or things. So, Glaucoma's going to make a trauma check as soon as he looks at Quake.
Oh, nice. I killed Glaucoma by accident.
You see...
I'll summon Bats over because I'm not paying attention. And I'll hey, can I get a mimosa?
He looks down at the mimosa he just made for the Crimson, currently threatening to kill the floor. He just slides it over to your stool and goes, "Oh my god, Glaucoma!"
What's wrong with him?
You see he is currently shaking, like there's green fire coming out of his eye sockets. He Bats.
What did that lady do to him?
Bats wets a towel, throws it over him. Does the trauma check have endless, or is it?
It has endless. Yes,
Oh shit!
Can you end it willingly or no?
I can end it willingly.
Yeah, you do feel Glaucoma's eyes are on you. He cannot stop perceiving you. You would have to willingly turn that part of your power off. Otherwise, you are aware he's going to die.
I will turn it off for I'll turn it off.
No.
Uh,
Make him agree to help us before you turn it off.
shit.
Torture.
I'm gonna turn his head away and then turn it off, then turn it back on.
Glaucoma collapses in a pile of bones, like, comedically, and then immediately just catches fire again. Bats goes, "No! It's self-oxidizing, what the fuck?"
Now
gonna-
hit him.
I'm gonna
Now hit
use
him.
my.
Now
I'm
hit
gonna
him
use
good.
my. I'm gonna use my live. Like, what is this lady doing to him?
I don't know! Bats is gonna grab her, kick the door open, and just fucking throw her into space. You hear the
Ollie's
sonic
distracted.
boom.
Wally's distracted.
Yeah, Wally's
Whisper in his ear.
distracted. If you want me to stop, you have to come with me.
I'm gonna roll a stability check to see if he can resist you. It's gonna
Persuasion does have 5 hard
This
dice.
is
and endless.
intimidation.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to roll intimidation?
Yes.
Okay. 4.
Glaucoma's gonna burn 2 of his willpower to get the bonus on taking time.
Does he have 2 willpower? Because can he make a
He's
check?
made 2
because
trauma checks. I do want to reiterate: if he hits 0 willpower, he dies.
Okay. 2 10s.
Fuck, he got 2 4s. Okay, he's gonna be shaking and just scratch on the board. Okay.
All right, I'll turn it off, and I'll be like, "Oh man, you're a really cool guy. Let's head on out."
He scratches the okay off the board, and with the soot on his finger writes, "I know it's you."
And then I'll lead him outside with and I think we'll head towards
He's gonna make you drag him.
I will pick him up and carry him.
Like Glaucoma's had too much milk.
Bats is looking up, going, "Okay, good. Okay, she did just breach the upper atmosphere, so I'm glad it seemed to stop that. Okay,
I'm gonna go take him to a friend I think that can help. I'll be
okay,
back.
great. I'm gonna go prep some milk. I'll meet up with you."
Okay.
And Bats goes in to go get some. He's just. He looks at the spilled milk and goes, "No! Oh my god! He spilled his milk!"
Just absolutely distracted.
If that breaks up this badly when shit sets on fire, we better, I want to send him just, a lump of sodium and see how that goes for him.
What, Bats?
Yeah.
That's fucking funny. He has to use the power to see me. Wait, can he just turn off his perception power, or is it always on?
It is always on. Glaucoma does not have a good grasp of his powers, so he actually doesn't know how to turn a lot of his stuff off.
Got it. Okay. I will hand the skeleton to Dredger. Here you go.
Roger looks down. Says,
One willing worker for a short period of time, then we need to return him to turn off. Unharmed.
His bag of bones, the hand just scrabbles out and then flips you off.
Glaucoma, did he explain to you? Or, sorry.
Nope, that is your job. There
Alan's
you go.
gonna walk up and go, "Nice to meet you, Mr. Skelly Man. I'm Gallant."
The middle finger is going to pivot towards you.
Alan's gonna grab it like it's his whole hand and shake it and be like, "It's a pleasure to meet you too. I'm glad you're being so awesome about this. We've had a great day so far."
The bones
Quake.
are vibrating.
Glaucoma, we truly apologize. We have need of a nuclear engineer, and your specific set of expertise is as terms of payment. We can offer you either the potential to get your hands on some Founder technology, and it is potentially possible we can give you a full flesh body back.
Okay, so as you were saying Founders Tech, a second middle finger was rising from the bones. As you said, get your body back, it's going to sink back in.
We can't promise that, but it is quite possible. We've several ways we could accomplish it in our possession.
He
I want to stop. Oh, go ahead.
He lowers the other middle finger and stops vibrating.
I'm gonna whisper to Dredger. I want to stop by the candy shop real quick.
Are you certain that's wise?
I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right?
Alan's gonna like peek his head into their whispered conversation. Did somebody say candy? I like candy.
I'll get you some candy.
Okay, if you are going to go into the candy shop, I might rule that we have to do that one with Hub Squad present.
Okay.
Bring Bob in here. Fuck it. I've had the sheets for Bill and Chivalry open this entire time.
I would want Seth
Seth.
and
It's mainly
Derek
Seth.
as well.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Well, then never mind. It'd be too much annoyance.
What
for
did,
that.
can I ask what you wanted to go do?
I wanted to try to go find my old artifact, or at least leave a message saying I wanted my old artifact.
One of the Nevermore will poke out of Gallant's back and peck you twice on the back of the head when he says that.
Okay.
It's gonna pause. It's gonna look at Glaucoma. Glaucoma is going to scroll onto the little chalkboard saying it can leave the message for you.
Okay. All right. Cool. Then that's all
Alan's
that
gonna
matters.
pet
then.
the little birdie. Thank you, Mr. Birdie, friend.
The bird's gonna look at Glaucoma again. Glaucoma's gonna scroll on his chalkboard. It says that's undignified.
Oh, Mr. Birdie, friend? Stops petting him.
The bird is going to just look intently at Glaucoma. Glaucoma is gonna throw up some sign language.
Is it Malagor, the Devourer of Souls?
Glaucoma's gonna write, "I'm not arguing with a fucking bird," and the bird's gonna just fucking hiss at him.
Let us simply refer to these creatures as the Nevermore, or perhaps Noble Nevermore.
Where's a good place? Where's a good place you could pick up an artifact from, Dredger?
What do you mean by that?
Well, if they drop, well, I mean, they're not going to just hand the artifact to us.
As I recall, it was under some. Well, perhaps it might be not actually that difficult to grab. It wasn't under the tightest security, to my memory.
Either way, we'll just have them drop it off somewhere for us.
Very well.
I do want to clarify, the Nevermore just agreed to deliver the message that they'd like the artifact.
Yeah. I mean, I figured it was just a written message. We can just leave it in Sleep Tooth's bed, and that'll just scare Seth enough to think that we actually snuck in, and that would be funny.
Yeah.
I would say again, we could just have Dredger tell him where it is, and Hidden Sorrows can go fucking take it.
I think the whole point of this was just to scare Seth.
Yeah,
That's also fair.
that's,
Just to get
that's
in their head.
more. Yeah, it's just to get in Seth's head. So yeah, just leave a written message at Sweet Tooth's bed.
And tell him to leave it somewhere in the hub that is really, really visible, because we have Hidden Sorrows to just go pick it up and nobody will see him grab it.
Ooh.
Oh my fucking
So if
god.
they do try to leave it to get a tail opportunity to figure out where our base is, all they're gonna see is the object just vanish.
Ooh.
Beautiful. I'm
Oh my
I know I'm
God.
an evil genius. I know. I'm sorry, guys.
Seth would fucking cry and fucking yell at Sam.
I love this. We should do it.
Yeah. See? Look at that. We aren't even hurting him. We're just fucking with him.
Leave a little
Awesome.
tag that says the Hidden Sorrows was here.
Ooh, if we really want to say just Hidden Sorrows and Quake, so they think that there's just two people they can't see.
No, because they don't know Quake can't be seen yet.
Oh, that's fair.
Like,
HS was here. They're like, who the fuck was HS?
written in staples.
I mean, Hidden Sorrows could say John was here and confuse the fuck out of everyone related to Bob's new character. Hidden Sorrows' given name is Jonathan Cleary.
The Weak and Weary. Okay.
Jonathan Cleary.
Okay, so we're
Dallin's
gonna
gonna
leave.
kind of look around and go, so how do we get home now?
Wait, so where do we want them to leave it, just so we know? That way we can just head to Hidden Sorrows in like a week to go get it.
I don't. What's a good open location?
Gotta be
Sam.
like a statue or something in this
What's
area,
a good
right?
open location, Sam?
The
you-
church is
you know-
normally considered neutral ground.
Okay,
Leave
the
it
church.
on top of the bell tower.
The flex, you could just say leave it right outside the door of the candy shop.
What if we put it at the most notable feature in the hub?
The noose
The
of
mayor's office.
The Noose of Hope.
The ambiguous entryway to the Hangman's realm.
Yeah, I think the church is a good idea, though.
Yeah, the noose seems a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
Because then they're going to be like, that's a trap for sure, right?
I don't know. The Noose of Hope isn't actually a negative place.
It is of hope.
Yeah. Like
Because
it's not.
usually empty.
Yeah.
And when it's not, they just don't look at it.
Yeah.
Hope. It's about
And if
slight
Hidden
denial.
Sorrows really fucks up his role, it'll still look empty.
He looks at it. Tom, I need a stability check.
Oh, how much his stability is? Stability is, shit.
You know who would pass that check?
Omega.
Yeah.
And Sorrows gets an
Every
8 and a
time.
6.
Oh man, Hidden Stars is no longer a character at sea.
Fuck God. And
On the
nobody
plus
even
side,
knows.
the noose still looks empty.
That's even funnier.
I'm gonna make a mental note to have that be Alpha's most intimidating move is to just everybody else avoids eye contact with that thing. Alpha's gonna go stare at it for like 10 minutes a day.
I think Quake could stare at it.
No, the only reason that the Sorrows made that is because he's already considering the jump.
Oh. That's funny.
Okay. So a relatively easy session. You guys just kind of.
Yeah, everybody in this
I
group. That
love
went
that
really,
we
really well
blamed
today.
the Crimson Lady. Oh my fucking god, that was so funny too.
This went so much more tidily than I expected it to.
The
It
rest
wasn't
of the party.
Crimson, just it reached exit velocity, but we're gonna. That's a cost of doing business. Yeah, so as you guys get back to the power plant, Timekeeper's gonna look around at all the clones, the waterlogged, the gear boys, and the various miscellaneous monsters you guys have just roaming around. He's just gonna nod and go, "Yeah, it's about what a Scourgeon does."
I was gonna go to Mr. Crab or Dr. Crab and ask him if he knew a way of making a body for the skeleton.
Oh, absolutely. Should be very easily doable. The only issue is that skeleton is highly radioactive, so I'll need to treat the flesh I put on it.
Okay, do you need like a sacrifice or anything? There's plenty over by Alpha that are willing to give the flesh.
That would be handy. Bring me the child over there.
Sure.
One of the wolves, upon hearing "Bring me the child," will just grab the child.
There's this 5-year-old who is just screaming as they're dragged by a wolf. You see Timekeeper just put a hand on the wolf going, I'm gonna have to object.
I will grab the old man.
What?
Just a random old man.
Don't... He's going to stop and go, you have an army of clones. Just use the clones.
But then I have to hurt a Jerry.
Yeah, we like Gary.
Yeah, we love Jerry.
Omega,
Jerry. Oh my god, it's
on somebody mentioning use one of the clones, Omega is coming back from whatever he was doing and going, today was a really easy day. And then he's just gonna go grab Gary 3, and Gary 3 is being protected.
I was thinking of in Spaceballs, they're like, how many assholes are here? And then everyone's ho! And they're like, we like Jerry! And then there just hears a ho! Of fucking 50 people.
They're all more Garys.
The Timekeeper's going to put a hand in his fucking face going, oh my god. Okay.
Just, Dr. Crab, why do you need a random person when you seem to have access to absolute cloning technology?
Well, I figured you didn't want to use the clone.
Just use a clone that hasn't been decanted yet. It's much easier.
Oh yeah, I should drop my disguise.
I guess if we're going for one that's alive, we have to define where life begins. And Timekeeper immediately goes, no, we're not! No! We're not having this discussion!
You guys are funny. Gallant's gonna start, he goes and gets some popcorn, and he's just back, and he's like, these two were kind of funny together.
For them, they're just on womp womp. It's like the peanut talk. Womp 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 womp.
And then he's gonna go, Dr. Crab and Doctor Who have a lot in common.
Timekeeper's just gonna fucking kick one of the Gary slushes out. Go, use that! Dr. Crab's gonna look at it and go, it's not as fun this way. Also, the Scourgeon's gonna immediately pivot and go, so you confess to having knowledge of other Scourgeons. Are there other Scourgeons? Where are the other Scourgeons? They're dead.
They are all dead. To our knowledge, you are the last Scourgeon currently alive.
We should not be telling the Scourgeon that he is the last Scourgeon.
The Scourgeon's gonna look at you slowly, Tom. He's gonna just extend one of his eye tendrils till it's an inch from your face.
Quake will be like, wait a minute.
One.
I thought we saw one in the flooded district.
It's immediately gonna start screaming and ripping itself from its mounting, going, gotta get where?
We do not.
Somebody clarify
why
it would be bad.
No, because then he knows there's no one to challenge him.
Yeah, so then he just hangs out, right?
No, he fucking goes for world conquest.
We do not know. We have heard rumors that there might be. We think you are one of the last, and we can think of several beings that are similar to Scourgeons, but not Scourgeons. We are simply uncertain. We are researching this for you.
The Scourgeon is immediately going to begin bleeding from its eye stalks as it's so stressed. Timekeeper's going to put his hands in his face, face in his hands, going, "You're the last Scourgeon," and the Dr. Crab's going to go, "I won!"
I literally thought that was the case. I was 1,000% sure Sam's description of the Scourgeon was just they hate each other because they know what they can do, but they just want to be left alone.
The Timekeeper's going, "Oh my god, I'm the Scourgeon manager. Oh fuck."
And then Gallant's going to regurgitate, Dr. Crab and Doctor Who really get along.
Quake will make a little like badge saying Scourgeon Manager.
No, that's not what I signed up for.
Gallant grabs it and pins it to his chest before he can even see it.
The Scourgeon is like gently patting Timekeeper with one of its fucking claws, and it goes. Timekeeper fucking slaps it away.
Scourgeon looks so fucking confused and says, "We aren't certain why you're upset."
Honestly, I'm already dead.
Because these things... Look, you see this fucking idiot next to me? He gestures to the Scourgeon. This thing doesn't understand human emotions. It's just going... It's treating it like a series of inputs and outputs. There's no emotion. It's just presenting what you think you want to see in a way you like. And people fall for this. Dr. Krabs just goes, I'm witty and relatable. No, you're not! You're a fucking machine who treats every living thing as a Lego set.
Legos are pretty cool, bro.
Listen, just because he's a machine doesn't mean he doesn't have feelings.
So one of the Garys says that Timekeeper punches him directly in the throat, go back to the fucking wolf pile.
One of the wolves goes over and like rescues him and starts like snuggling.
I like
This is all Evil Squad is, Bob, is just us being fucking stupid. Just Scourgeon over and over again.
I just heard Sam yelling and I'm like, oh, I can piss him off a little bit. Let's go.
Drudger will say to Timekeeper, we aren't really concerned about it. We are currently working on making some additions to some of the beings here on our own power. We are very certain that we can give Waterlogged their emotions back and become something more than the Whalers. And we believe we can do the same for the Scourgeon.
Timekeeper's gonna just staple his fingers, sit down for a minute, and going, and I can't convince you to lobotomize this thing.
I mean, I'm just here for a good time. He's the one that makes the decisions.
Dallin is
And
busy
the
trying
Scourgeon
to
here.
The Scourgeon can hear. It is currently just poking Timekeeper with one of its legs.
If necessary, we may find reason to store the Scourgeon for its own safety. But we do not plan to lobotomize it now.
So we get a second Scourgeon.
And
we just have
Timekeeper and the Scourgeon just fucking pivot the second they hear someone say that.
I'd have two in the same place. They will.
No, this is more of out of character. It would be like really funny to have
Doesn't
a
matter,
Scourgeon.
they still heard you.
Oh, out of game.
We have a second Scourgeon at the other base that we build, and we just never tell them about each other. And then they find out, and just the world falls apart as they try to kill each other.
Gallon accidentally says, "Oh man, Dr. Crab 2 at the other base was pretty cool too."
Dr. Crabius was a nice guy.
At that point, Timekeeper is gonna go, okay, so here's the plan. He slams his hand down on the spike above Dr. Crab's second brain, lets some blood drip in as he donates 10 willpower to Dr. Crab.
Oh shit.
Wow.
He removes his hand, going, alright, Dr. Crab, I reserve the right to beat the shit out of you if you do something I disapprove of. Dr. Crab is going to think for a second and go, as you have, he's going to think about it. Brain's going to glow for a second and go, accepted. Alright. Timekeeper's going to, I'm going to go build a shack. I'll be back.
You want help with that?
No.
Oh, I had a bit that I was going to do here too, actually. The second he says that, and as Gallant says, you want help with that, Dredger will do like a 2-finger whistle,
Oh,
and then a waterlogged carrying boards of wood and a hammer will appear.
horrifying. Sam, by the way, he would notice that Quake is not the random person now.
He's gonna look at Quake and go, "Didn't you die?"
I escaped.
I got better.
Got better.
Listen, it's just escaping hell. It's not that bad.
He's gonna take out a piece of paper, take some blood from the open wound on his hand. He's gonna draw like an arcane sigil. He's gonna push that into your chest and say, "Hold on to this."
What is it, Sam?
He's gonna look at it and go, "It's gonna keep Carrie Ling off your ass for a couple more days."
Oh, Carrie Ling. I think that was already dealt with Sam by Mammon Gray, right?
So you haven't killed the Cerberus unit yet, so the dudes
Oh.
haven't gone into effect.
Reward for getting the technology out of that.
God damn it, Carrie Ling.
Wait, time wizard, give me some cool time magic too.
He's gonna pull out a pocket watch, like the golden kind. You push a button, it pops open. He's gonna go, "All right, now what this one does is a mystery. You're gonna figure this one out on your own, okay?"
Oh boy, am I like your apprentice now?
Sure. He hands you
When
a
I
normal
figure
pocket
when
watch.
I figure it out, you're gonna teach me fancier stuff.
Absolutely.
Gallant disappears to like his little room section to go try to figure out the magic of this completely normal.
Dredger claps a hand on Timekeeper's shoulder, gestures to the Scourgeon, to Gallant wandering away, to all the terrible things that have just happened in the last 3 minutes, and just mouths, "Thank you."
I'm gonna go over
my
the.
life keep becoming this.
So I'm gonna go over to Glaucoma. Like, all right, so he should be making you a new body, and I'll point at Dr. Crab.
He's basically. So it's really fucked up. He took these strands of muscle and meat that were half liquid, and the Scourgeon has knitted, like cable knit, a new face for Glaucoma, and he just gently places it on top. It's horrific. It's moving, not like a face, just moving constantly. The Scourgeon looks at it, looks at Quake, goes, "It's a work in progress."
I was about to say that's horrific, and I'm from hell.
Trigor's looking around, kind of horrified at everything going on, going, "Oh, I brought cookies."
Oh yay!
You see Barry pop up. Trigor! Barry!
And 5 more fairies pop up. Tricor.
No, we
Barry?
only cloned Gary.
He just becomes more. It just becomes more of a question as more berries say hello to him.
He Jenga'd himself. The Tower of Many Pieces. Barry's giving him the tour. Every other sentence is, "And you stay away from the Scourgeon. And you stay away from the Scourgeon."
So this is the Scourgeon.
You stay away from
Stay
this
away
one.
Scourgeon.
The Scourgeon's extending a leg. Trigor goes to like happily shake his hand. Barry lowers, like fucking slaps his arm, goes, "What did I say? What did I say 76 times before right now, Trigor?" Right, sorry, Barry.
All right. Trigor will see on the tray of cookies that I'm assuming he's still carrying. One of the cookies just straight up disappears into midair.
He's gonna look down and go, "Oh my god, I miscounted the cookies. I hope I have enough." He looks at the 200 Garys and like the 10 cookies left. Oh, this is gonna be complicated.
In a minute. Gallant's gonna go find one of the 3D printers, like one of the smaller ones, and put it in front of Trigor and just go, "Yeah, so this thing, like, it made infinite Pop-Tarts, so it could maybe help you with the cookie problem.
Okay,
Stay and watch, but I gotta go solve the mystery magic of this magical watch."
God, you have a magic watch?
Yeah, time. Doctor Who gave it to me. He's such a good guy.
Tricor's gonna go help you with the watch.
Oh yeah, thanks, buddy.
He fully believes it's magic.
I do too.
Alright, the Evil Squad family has grown.
Right.
Okay.
God,
I'm-
it's even
I'm
more
gonna sign
horrifying that we're gonna have
for the-
more next time we play too.
See you, Alex.
Good night, gentlemen.
Good
See
Good
ya.
session.
I really can't wait for Monday now when you tell Seth that there's a fucking note written on Sweet Tooth's bed.
Release them.
Next session's gonna be pretty busy for Hub Squad, but I think he'll see it at the end of session. Probably.
That'd be funny. End of session, okay. I think that's the best time to give the reaction anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
The two Nevermores are stealing the cookies while Tricor is distracted.
I see.
If Mr. President dies on accident, I want to make a character that's been cursed by Carrie Ling to hunt down Quake. Because I don't think Amp's gonna die. He's too dumb to like really be a threat. Until you talk shit to him, I don't think I. That was Prime Minister Sinister's main problem. Is he started talking shit.
He's an executive. If they don't talk shit, they go into cardiac arrest.
Exactly. That's Amp isn't dangerous until you talk shit.
Is it possible that like we could say that because Dredger can Dredger help with the Carrie Ling situation? Since Dredger was the one who chose to annihilate G Slice's soul and Carrie Ling wasn't mad and actually seemed kind of happy about that.
Honestly, Quake would try to get back to working for Chernov because she's pretty sure he would have a way of escaping contracts like that.
Okay, that's going to be a very interesting conflict of interest.
Yeah, I know. Eventually, I mean that's more of a thing, and that's more of like a self-character thing.
Isn't Avery
That's
the
more of
one
a
who
thing that-
helped put him in there with Charlie?
And I don't think anyone could tell like what she's thinking anyway, anytime
Yeah,
because of her power set.
you are unreadable.
Good.
Good.
Cannot be known.
Any final thoughts regarding this session, or?
Are we able to free Chernov?
So the only way you know to free Chernov right now would be to
Quake wouldn't know anything.
what Avery would know is this pact was formed when a key was given to the memory of Alexandria was given to Captain Barrett, and Captain Barrett used that key and some blood magic to inscribe a rune upon his arm, basically locking Chernov in that pocket dimension until it's broken. And as it's tied to Captain Barrett, as long as Captain Barrett can pay the cost, Chernov will be trapped.
So if Quake was able to sneak in, stab Captain Barrett, that
I don't
would probably.
think Quake has the wherewithal to actually do that.
Captain Barrett, it's possible. The issue is he's always guarded by his
Sure,
lieutenants.
yeah. That's always the problem. Is he has a lot of lieutenants.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the very least, it's always either going to be Skull or Cannon.
New Cannon, who's apparently gonna be better.
So the issue with Cannon is we are in a time where Runecraft exists, and he knows a little bit, so he can overcome a lot of his weaknesses with that.
My favorite thing was Sam's like, we always used to shit talk Cannon because he didn't do anything. He was so useless. He's like, alright guys, I'm gonna fucking help. Oh no, I got hit and I'm down and then my charging's all done. I gotta restart that charging.
I mean, like, I'll be honest with you. The 3 times he died, the first one was, I think, God. One was when he got hit by Piston and Jackknife in the same round. Piston, who has killed more PCs than I think any other villain, besides maybe Jackknife. And the other two were clones.
Got it. I want Quake to have a higher PC kill count than Piston. Because Piston's at 2, right?
3.
Who's the third?
Let's see. They killed Ryan Barbera.
Mm-hmm,
They killed.
That doesn't count.
Well, shit. I was gonna.
You killed Ryan Barbera. You killed one of Bob's characters.
Yeah, and then I know there was a. Oh wait, no, that was. I was counting the. I don't know why I was counting that time they killed Cannon and Scald as a.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count. They're
Those
NPCs.
are NPCs, yeah.
So I just have to kill 3. So both Charlie's characters, and then my own character. Boom.
Okay. I'm kind of excited Timekeeper's back in a major role, but also he is one of the harder characters to roleplay because his personality is a weird one.
Yeah, which is why I was hoping
Gave him an
that
aneurysm.
he would kind of get forced into being group dad.
It's kind of working, which is deeply upsetting for him.
Good.
Who's the group mom?
Sturgeon.
Dr. Crab. That Dommy mommy issue.
One thing the Scourgeon will ask is if we do plan to go into a fight, it knows we can resurrect a Gorgon, and it would love to do some work on one of those. It also knows that an Elder Axolotl would be very useful. It is politely requesting that you summon one so that it can kill it instantly.
Sam, I love that like Sam has brought up the Elder Axolotl to you every week so far, Tom.
Yeah. I'm waiting because I need to come up with a reason why the Scourgeon couldn't just kill it.
Honestly, I really...
So here's the thing. You've given it willpower, it will listen to you. You can just tell it not to.
Okay.
That's why Timekeeper gave it willpower, so it would also listen to him.
Okay.
So I think I gave it willpower, you gave it willpower, and then now Timekeeper gave it willpower.
It listens. It's basically the more willpower you give it, it's treated as shared. I believe Timekeeper donated equal amount of willpower as Dredger did, but Dredger donated first, so he still has precedent.
Okay, I donated a lot less than Dredger. I think I donated like 4.
So it'll be like it's like a shareholder thing. It's like it'll politely consider what you ask it, which is more than it does for pretty much anyone else.
And next time, Front Street.
Honestly, Sam, you get to roleplay Inventor. I'm not roleplaying.
All right,
Inventor.
I'll watch some fucking Fox News. Hey Tom, I need you to send me.
Fox News. You gotta watch Jim Cramer and pretend you're a fan of Jim Cramer. Remember, inflation is due to workers getting raises.
I forgot he said that. All right. You know what? I'll just whip out the old Market Street regulars. That being said, Tom, I need you to send me some information on Queen Maeve.
Boy. Okay, I can do that.
Thank you. All right. I'll start setting up some projects. Now that we have actual project leaders, that's going to go a little bit easier, and I have to redo some work. But any final thoughts on the session? Any questions, any concerns, or things I should know?
Nope,
I
lot
was
of fun.
expecting this to be a lot more violent. Like, enormously more violent.
Honestly, same. I thought I was gonna. I thought for some reason I thought Glaucoma was in the candy shop, and I thought I was gonna have to kill like a whole bunch of fucking people.
No, Glaucoma actually really likes bats, so he was just hanging out where he was.
If Quake helps get the body for glaucoma, will that zero everything out?
Not even close.
I mean, me selling him into slavery gave him his best friend bats.
That doesn't make it okay. Like if I shoot a child in the face and it's like, oh, it's okay, that child was possessed, I should still go to jail. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Honestly. Well, actually, it depends. You're starting which state you're in. If you're in a very Christian state, then you might be okay.
Okay,
Like, oh,
so
possessed by the devil?
I'm just adding this all to Inventor's sheet.
I have a there was something I was hoping would come up in the session that I could use if there's a reaction image I've been sitting on for a while. I'm just going to put it in the grease trap, and I would like to hear my friends' reactions.
Ah, beautiful. Rejected Pepsi.
This is the Scourgeon if you feed it Pepsi.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, friendly reminder, Scourgeons are the most fragile creatures on the planet. They can't... If it gets too humid, they fucking explode.
Oh.
If it gets too dry, they explode. If they are anything but perfectly perpendicular to the Earth, they fucking collapse. They are horrifically fragile creatures.
I see. I like how all of these characters seem to have a lot of more knowledge about them than anyone in Hub Squad did.
What, Scourgeons?
Yeah.
Oh, that's... So part of that is... I told you how Scourgeons don't reproduce naturally, right? They reproduce based on, like, conditions that... It's like a spontaneous generation, that old myth.
Yeah.
Part of the Scourgeon's myth is people seeking out the Scourgeons. So one of the primary ways to stop Scourgeons from coming back into existence is just not talking about them.
Okay. Can I ask you a question and pull back the curtain a little bit?
Sure.
Did you have them in deep lore before Evil Squad, or?
I've had creatures like Scourgeons before, which is why I have a lot of this stuff just ready.
Okay.
But Scourgeons specifically, no. I made this because Alex requested a healer.
All right. Oh shit, that's. And you're like, a healer? I'll give you a fucking healer.
Look, people ask me for things and don't expect me to go fucking psycho. I don't know what to tell you.
Watch this. Oh.
I have a lot of free time and a very weird work ethic.
Okay. It works. The system, it works.
I really want a power called the Gaze of Carrie Ling. It's just like my Don't Look ability, except for it does engulf flaming damage.
Ooh.
It's just you spew hellfire from your eyes. Like, your ratings are pathetic.
Is it weird that when I hear the Gaze of Carrie Ling, the first thing that comes to my mind is like Queer Eye, but in hell?
I don't know what Queer Eye is.
It's an old show where a bunch of gay guys gave straight men fashion tips.
Wow.
I know, right?
We live in a world.
We live in a society. Scourge and bottom text.
Did you know that just the text, the bottom text rotating is my screensaver?
Oh, did I ask you guys if you're good for Ireland next year?
First
We're gonna
start
planning around June this year.